Hey. So I'm going to try something a little different today. We are going to get ready on my bed, which I don't really know how this is going to work. This might be actually a really bad idea, but I'm going to do it anyway. Cheers. I'm Katrina. This is the Movie and Makeup Moment, and we are going to talk about a couple different movies, mainly moving parts on Netflix. Moving parts. I did watch Enola Holmes, so I'll do like a little mini review of that, and we're just gonna hang out and drink, have nap time. Oh, I'm wearing my Bailey Sarian merch. Isn't it cute? I've been living in this shirt for like a week. I'm gonna keep washing it, but my husband is like, can you change? No. My makeup is like far away. So I watched Enola Holmes and that was really great. I recommend it. If you have Netflix, it's definitely worth doing. I'm just gonna do the Derma E Advanced Peptides and Collagen Serum. I don't know if it's actually helping. I feel like when you get subscription boxes, you get so many different things that you're like, oh, my skin feels better, but is that just because I'm like washing my face and like taking care of it? I don't know. I guess if I'm over here, you can see pictures and stuff when I put. Okay, so I watched Enola Holmes. I really felt the movie had like a strong female empowerment message, which is really great right about now, right? Shout out to anybody who watched the 2020 presidential debate. That was crazy. Yeah, and that's pretty much all I'm gonna say about it. It was just insane. I did not want to stay up till 11. I keep staying up till 11. I can't. Okay, random. Sorry. Enola Holmes. I thought it was really good. I thought Millie was really good in it. My critiques are two things that I was like, eh. One, the little pop-up paper effects that they have throughout the movie. I thought it was cool the first 15 minutes and then it just kept going and I was over it. And it felt like a little too much. Could have gone without as much of that. So if they chose to tone that down, I would have been okay with it. It's really good. You kind of know when you're getting old when you stop. Like, Enola is a teenager. She's 16. I don't relate to her. I'm gonna be 32. So I was sitting there and like, I wished that Sherlock, Henry Cavill, could have been in the movie so much more than he was, because every scene that he was in, I was like drooling and I was like, give me more, give me more. God, I'm like all over the place. I was just about to tell you the two things I didn't like about the movie. The first was the paper mache pop-up thing. I could have done without as much of that. It was cool in the beginning and then it just kept going. And I also could have done without, I don't know. I mean, I just feel like I didn't really connect with Millie and, the love interest. What was his name? I can't remember. So when he was like holding her hand and stuff, it was just like, I don't know, weird to me. But I thought that the movie overall had a really good message. My husband actually was like, oh, Rhea should see this. Rhea is my daughter. She's probably a little too young for it. It was PG-13. I didn't really understand the rating because there wasn't any sex in it. I don't even think they kiss. It's weird. But my husband thought that it had a really good message, and I have to agree. And at the end of the movie, spoilers, at the end of the movie, I to end up with Sherlock, like be his ward and like be with him and solve mysteries with him. Like that would have made me really happy. But she didn't. She just ended up on her own, which is a better ending. It goes along with the, you know, the female empowerment. I think I just thought he was really handsome. Truthfully, I think that was part of it. The costumes, the cinematography was really, really pretty. And I thought that it was funny. And they kind of did the whole, you know, she talks to the camera and she's like, this is what's going on. I like that. It's kind of like a throwback to, I mean, for me, this is my opinion. Disclaimer, my opinion. This is kind of throwback to Shakespeare and how he would always have a character kind of talk to the audience and explain stuff. I thought that was cool. So in Enola's mother kind of has an unorthodox way of teaching her to be, you know, ready for the world. She kind of tells her, you know, teaches her science and martial arts and all these things that, you know, she wouldn't have learned if she had gone to a traditional school for women. You know, the movie did a very good job of being funny, but also being very serious when she, you know, was kind of trapped in this situation where she has to listen to her brother. Her older brother, the one that wants her to just get married and shut up. It's sometimes good to remember that it wasn't that long ago when we as women were kind of forced to live a certain life and everything that was ours. Like it threw me for a loop for a second when they explained that Enola's mother, so Enola's father, when he passed away, his property passed down to his eldest son, and the mother no longer owned the house. I forgot that was like a thing that happened. So I think it's a must-see. It's a fun movie. It has some emotion in it, but it's not too much. I feel like most of us don't want to watch a movie that's like super heavy right now, or at least I don't. Enola Holmes. Go watch it if you haven't watched it. If you watched it, do you feel the same way that I feel? Do you kind of wish that they had, you know, created a more realistic relationship between the love interest and Millie? Maybe I'm old. Tell me in the comments. Am I old? Is this just how quick young people fall in love? I don't know. Next month, I will have been married for 10 years. So I don't really understand the dating scene. So I don't know. The rest of this video, we are going to talk about moving parts because I have done a deep dive. Deep dive into Trixie Mattel. If you guys don't know, Trixie Mattel is a drag queen, and she has been on Drag Race and All Stars. She won All Stars, and she did a documentary that is now on Netflix called Moving Parts. I watched it recently just because I saw her, I don't even know what happened. You know how when you end up on YouTube and you just kind of like click the next suggested video, yada yada, and then you end up in this weird world of like, oh my god, this is hilarious, but how did I get here? That's exactly how I found Trixie. I feel like I saw her season. I feel like I saw her season on Drag Race, and I remember watching her come in because I have a style of drag queen that I like. I really like the really pretty drag queens that you can't even tell are men. Like Pheromone would be my favorite. Or, you know, like really like the type of woman that you kind of like wished you could be, but like could never achieve. Because like, where would you be going where you could wear a latex dress like that? That's my type of drag queen. But I kind of fell in love with Trixie Mattel's realness. Plus, I saw her and Katya doing the Drag Queens Watch series on Netflix that is a thing. I realized that they had their own show called and I binge watched all of that. So I ended up wanting to go and watch All Stars or like Trixie season to just kind of like watch more. And it cost money on Amazon Prime, and I was like, I don't want to spend money on Amazon Prime. So I ended up watching the documentary instead, which you know, I was kind of in the mood to laugh. So this documentary is a little bit, it's kind of emotional, which it's not terrible that it's emotional, but it's not what you expect, right? I feel like I'm closer to Trixie now. She's on YouTube, so I don't know, okay. Please tell me, I'm sure that it's an individual preference and it depends on the drag queen, but when you're talking about a drag queen, do you say she or he? Like, what pronouns do you think they want you to use? I'm just gonna use she for Trixie. I haven't gone to see like drag queens perform live, then you really just don't understand the appeal and like why it's just so fun. I'll never forget, and I don't know what drag queen it was that performed this because I'm terrible with names. So they performed a number from Dreamgirls, and it was like, you know that scene where like, I'm not going, and you're gonna love me, yeah. Okay. You know how that like song climbs and it like gets more and more intense? Well, the drag queen did like a flip off the stage, straddled my friend and ripped off the wig, and just like really amazing. And I think we went to a matinee. Why did I say it like that? Matinee. Like an A, man. This yellow thing, just because I feel like it. It'll be like the lemon. Buying one of Trixie Mattel's lipsticks. I don't have anything from her, so I will try it and let you know. The only thing that is available on her website today, actually today that you're watching this, is her new launch of her Red Scare collection. She collaborated with Katya to come out with the perfect red. That should be available today. I don't know if I'm gonna buy it. I don't really wear red lips. I love women who, I mean, I should just like own it and be like, I can pull this off. I'll get into moving parts at some point, I promise. I think that women in particular, when it comes to makeup, there's like, sometimes there's a little bit of shame involved. Like, when did you start wearing makeup? What was the reason? I just remember my mom was very, like, my mom likes makeup, and it's not like she wears a lot of it, but she had it around, and I remember watching her, and I used to love watching her put on her makeup in the morning. And I feel like a lot of women have that story of like, I watched my mom put on makeup. Well, I did, and I wore lipstick. I went to a Catholic school, and I wore lipstick, and I mean, like, I had crazy hair, like Bushman eyebrows, wore just a tiny bit of lipstick, and I got called out in front of the entire class, and I lied, and I said I wasn't wearing lipstick, and she forced me to pull out a tissue and rub it on my lips and show the whole class, and I was mortified. Mortified. So I got to a place where I was like, the goal of makeup is to make me prettier and not for people to know I have it on, which clearly, like, I always felt like it was okay to have eyeshadow on, but like lips were too much. I don't know. I think it really stems from that bad experience I had. And like, I understand why the teacher was pissed at me. I mean, I lied, but what is so wrong? I was like 13 or 14. Like, why couldn't I have a little bit of lipstick on my lips? Anyways, I watched Moving Parts, and I loved it. It was a little bit sad. Trixie's, you know, comes from kind of an abusive childhood, and she really has this happy-go-lucky atmosphere about her now, and she doesn't like feel sorry for herself. And she said something in the film, God, I hope this was in the film, because I've watched so much of Trixie all over the internet lately that I don't know if this was actually in the film or not. But she said that the world, like, she was like, I'm really, really happy. And, you know, I've noticed that as time goes on, I keep getting happier and happier. And it's not because of success. It's because the more you can fabricate your own life, the more happy you become. And that really kind of struck a chord with me, because when you're younger and you can't really control what's going on in your life, there's a lot of trying to fit into somebody else's world. And I think about that sometimes when it comes to our kids, because we have young kids, and, you know, I have a boy and a girl, which is hard because, like, my daughter is really into makeup. She's older and she wants to put makeup on, and sometimes I'll appease her and put makeup on, and then she wants me to put makeup on my son, but he's too young to ask for it. So I don't know what the right thing to do is, because I feel like at one point I need to teach him what the social norms are and, like, what to expect from society. Like, you are going to put this image out to the world and this is what you're going to get back. But I also don't think that if he wants to wear makeup and just be a human, that is like the worst thing in the world. It's definitely not. I do paint his fingernails because he doesn't want to be left out. He gets upset when we have, like, a girls' night and we paint our nails. He wants his nails painted too. And I'm just like, it confronts you with, there's like this social pressure of how to raise your kids. And I feel like there's not an instruction book on how to handle a lot of these issues. No matter what you do, you're gonna fuck up your kids. I didn't know that Trixie sang and, like, wrote music and all of that. I only knew her from her show with Katya. So that was amazing. Really eye-opening. I would suggest it. I don't want to spoil it, but the movie really, you know, kind of focuses on friendship. Katya and Trixie have a little bit of a, I don't want to say falling out, that's not the right term, but I don't want to give it away. In the beginning of the movie, not the movie, the documentary, and you kind of see Trixie deal with that and continue to be loving and an ally. Like, Trixie strikes me as someone who is extremely loyal and loving and kind. And I just thought that the way that they handled that whole situation in the movie was amazing. Like, you really see that she's such a good person. And sometimes you don't know, because the drag scene is very, like, it's an act. A lot of it is a fantasy. And so to be able to know, like, hey, I'm supporting someone who's genuinely, like, a sweet person is really, really nice. Yeah, I just really enjoyed it. I don't want to spoil it. Did you guys see the Paris documentary? Like, what did you think about that? I was not going to watch it until my sister said that she was aware of the situation that happened, and I saw that Drew Barrymore interview. God, I'm gonna have to link so many things. I saw that Drew Barrymore interview where she interviewed Paris about the documentary to kind of, like, you know, do that whole thing. And she just seemed very dismissive of Paris's experience and kind of defended her experience at a school like that. And I feel like you can't really say what the school was like if you didn't go to the same school. Because I'm sure there are schools out there that are helpful, but I feel like you have to hire the right people and you have to educate. This is such a tangent. I used to work at a university. Pretty sure you guys already know what it is, but I don't want to bring it up. And there was a professor there, and we would have, like, functions with prospective students and stuff. and me and this other administrative assistant were eating sandwiches because it was like everybody was hanging out talking, and he started telling us that his first job, or like one of his first jobs, was so great because he used to work at a mental institution and it was his job to wrestle women and tie them to beds. No, I'm sorry. Wrestle young girls and tie them to beds. I actually got a text recently from this same administrative assistant and said that they had another function where he brought it up again. And he like laughs about it. So I just feel like if you are a school that actually wants to do help, you need to just do your due diligence at hiring the right people and holding them accountable, because that's not great. I ordered Mattel's lipstick in Model, which is kind of interesting. Here's a picture of it. I'm so excited. I will definitely do like an unboxing and first impressions of it. I might buy something from the Red Scare collection, but I feel like I shouldn't because I don't wear a lot of red. Maybe I could get the lip gloss and kind of like tone it down a little bit. What was I saying? Oh yeah. So I bought that, and I'm also waiting for another order of Bailey Sarian merch. I straight up could not believe that Kit Knit Box, like the people from Kit Knit Box, watched my video unboxing of that. And my husband was like, well, there's only been like 6 views on the video, so not a lot of people have watched it, but I couldn't believe that they commented about the box, like the state of the box. And my husband was like, maybe you found your niche. Like maybe you should just do a lot of subscription box unboxings. And I was like, honey, do you know how much money that's gonna cost me? Like, I told him today, I was like, I'm so sad that I don't have a job because I really like to keep busy. Like that's just the type of person I am. And I'm sorry, watching my kids doesn't feel like work. It is work, but it doesn't feel like work. So I told him the other day, I'm like, sometimes I feel like I really need a job. And so it makes me feel better when I spend money on stuff I don't need. And then it reminds me that I don't have to financially get a job. And he laughed. Like, that's so stupid. But like going and buying that lipstick last night makes me happy. I was talking to a girlfriend of mine, shout out Erica, and she was like, oh my God, I get the same like just happiness from like buying stuff. I mean, she buys stuff that they need, but like, dude, even when I go to Target and like buy diapers, I'm like, I feel good afterwards. Like, it can be addicting. I think I have an addictive personality though. Like if I didn't have kids, no, I'm also married, so I love my husband as well. But like, I could totally see in another life, like totally becoming a drug addict. Drug of choice, you ask? I shouldn't say that on YouTube. So I don't know what movie I want to watch. There's a bunch of trailer reactions I want to do. I noticed that the views on those are a little bit higher because I think people actually like are just interested in that movie. And so then they find my video, they watch my video, and then they float away into the ether, which is totally fine. It's still great that people, like, it's flattering. I don't have any delusions about becoming like this famous YouTube star, but it keeps me busy. It makes me feel accomplished. And it's just fun. And it gives me a reason to buy stuff I already want to buy. Like makeup. Oh honey, I have a video idea. I need to buy this really expensive eyeshadow palette because, you know, like, YouTube is like my life. I like to joke to my husband, I'm like, I'm YouTube famous. You are so lucky that you married me. So ridiculous. But anyways, so I have the lipstick coming in the mail. I also have the Bailey Sarian merch. I bought this shirt that it has the aqua. So I'll show you. I have this shirt, the tie-dye. It's in a large, which doesn't really fit me, but it's great for a sleepy time shirt or like with leggings. And then, oh, I don't have it here, but I have like the pink Aqua Tofana shirt. Maybe I'll insert a picture. If I don't, then I'm sorry. So I'm waiting on this gray short sleeve Aqua Tofana shirt. I'll insert a picture. And I'm also waiting on a hoodie. The hoodie is pink, and to be honest, I didn't really want it. I wanted the gray Suspicious hoodie, and I'm really hoping they come back in stock. You know what's really fun about not having a job? Being able to just like put makeup on and like take my time. Like, I'm not rushing to get out the door. I'm just kind of playing with makeup, and it's such a sensory thing. Like, putting on lipstick is the best. Like, it just feels so good. I love this lipstick. I am so upset that they don't make it anymore. When Trixie Mattel's website actually gets restocked, I really want to try her Bauble lipstick. I feel like it's going to be my favorite. It's like this peachy color. It's so pretty. Oh my god, I am such a spaz. I was just telling you that there's trailers that I want to react to. I saw that there is a Craft Legacy movie that is coming out, and I want to see the trailer for that. I loved The Craft as a kid. My sister and I, you know, the only time that we like genuinely got along was when we both hated somebody or would watch movies and eat Chinese takeout. So we watched The Craft like a bunch. She was like really into it. I wish I could like ship her out because she lives really far away from me. Shout out Miranda. I really wish that we could like hang out more. I'm trying to not watch the trailer or get any information before I react to it on here, because then it's like genuine. I want to watch the trailer for that, and then I heard something about like Marvel 616. I want to react to that trailer. And then I bet there's like some fun there's some fun stuff that's coming out for Halloween. Halloween is the best. What are you guys doing this Halloween? My daughter is going to be Merida from Brave. We got this really cute, it's called like, it's like a Little Adventures version of Merida, where it's not Disney, so it's like actually kind of good quality, and she can play with it as a dress-up dress later. And my husband's gonna get her like the bow and arrow because she really wants that. And my son is going to be Gecko from PJ Masks, and he's so cute. My son is too, by the way. He's so cute. He stops and he goes, Gecko muscles, and he's crazy, but I love him. All right, friends, did we forget any makeup? We did blush, we did highlight, we did lips. I put like the MAC. Why am I saying MAC? I don't have anything from MAC. The Animal Test. And they're expensive. I have the, I was just say, they're expensive. I have the Marc Jacobs lipstick and Sonic Truth. That's the Trixie voice. And Sonic Truth. Actually, that's the dumb white Valley Girl voice. Me realizing that I'm making fun of myself. All right. And then I put the Medusa Disco Queen Extreme Sparkle Lip Gloss. Why do I always say Extreme Sparkle Lip Gloss? They're all that way. Disco Queen Boogie Nights. It was underneath. So let me just put this on over. I love this lip gloss. It actually doesn't look that great on top of this lipstick, but I just love the experience of putting this on. It feels good. I actually already threw out that Estate lippy. It smelled like motor oil. Actually, no, that's a lie. It did not smell like motor oil. I got a little bit of it in my mouth and it tasted like motor oil. Not that I drink motor oil, but it's like what you expect motor oil to smell like. And I was just like, that can't be good. So I threw it away. You know, these are, okay, so this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills blush. I never use this. I bought it at TJ Maxx and I like never use it. I want to use it more. Oh, who am I wearing pink blush? Yes. Okay, so whenever I do my makeup like this, oh man, this video is so long. This is gonna suck. Whenever I do my makeup like for my videos and stuff, where it's like full decked out, my daughter is like, Mommy. And she comes over, she strokes my face like the kid from The Bad Seed, and she's like, Mommy, you look so pretty. And she like does it in this like really girly voice, and I'm like, who are you? But thank you. Thank you so much. This is the last thing, because we gotta cut this. This has been a long video. I have not been drinking really because this is my day 3 of like counting calories. I really want to lose some weight. I gained 10 pounds from quarantine, and now this is just what life is, and I can't continue to just eat like a pig because I eat when I'm stressed. So I'm gonna focus and I'm gonna lose the weight. I mean, exercising is not a problem. I run 4 to 5 times a week, 2 to 4 miles, and that's no problem. The problem is that I can eat so much food. So much food. And that's totally okay, but I have to rein it in because I don't feel great. So I'm going to take care of that. I will update you. I have not weighed myself, so I don't know if I've lost any weight. Probably not yet. But speaking of which, these are only 100 calories, so these I can track really easily. I hate that a lot of beers don't say the calories. I wish more of them did, because I really do like those pumpkin beers, and I guess that they're around 140 calories, but I'm not sure. Anyways, this is like my only one that I'm gonna have today. Then I'm gonna switch to regular seltzer or tea or something like that, because it just is what it is, right? If it was easy, everyone would do it, and it is easy, but your body doesn't want you to do it. Our bodies are built to retain fat because there might be a famine later. It is what it is. All right, so maybe some of you moms can relate to this. Everyone in the makeup community is going to be like, what the fuck? But I don't have a makeup spray that I spray my face with when my makeup's done. But I have been using this Earth Mama. Ooh, can you see it? Can you see it? Nope. Earth Mama Herbal Perineal Spray. This spray was what I used on my vagina after I had my son. And it's really cool because you can spray it upside down. I don't need that for my face, but it says on the back, I don't want to read this whole thing. There's actually a lot of writing on there. Cooling cucumber, organic witch hazel, and organic herbs, traditionally used for postpartum relief. I don't know. I feel like it said on here that you could spray it on your face once you're done using it, because like you're not going to use this entire bottle after you give birth. So I hate spraying my face. Oh It does smell like cucumbers. It does smell really good. And it reminds me of when my kids were, well, my son was born. Okay. This is way too long. Here's my makeup. There's the moment. It has passed, and I will see you next time on the movie and makeup moment with Katrina. You will probably see some trailer reactions coming to you very soon, and maybe the next time we do a Get Ready with me, it's going to be like this, where there's a couple movies we talk about and not very thorough and very random, and I'm sure you will love it. All right, see you next time. Bye. Oh, hit the like button and subscribe if you liked this. If you didn't, hit the unlike button because any feedback is great.